So I'm not daft. You're not daft. We know YouTube is saturated with creators who are well established and talk all about how they have multiple streams of income and how they became digital entrepreneurs. You know the type that say, you don't even need any equipment, all you need is a smartphone. I started vlogging when I was 15 and now I'm a millionaire and I'm 20. That's not throwing any shade to them. Great if someone's had a lot of success early in life, but the likelihood is you can't jump into it with both feet, and you probably, if you're watching this channel, aren't in your teens. They make it sound super easy, and the truth is it's not impossible to start making money online. But here are 7 deadly sins that I've learned the hard way can kill your growth as a digital entrepreneur. I'm going to use my experience teaching online, but they can also apply to people who might be setting up as a virtual assistant, as a freelance writer, basically anything in which you're offering your service in exchange for money in a remote capacity. If you've only just found my channel and you're looking for tips on getting into online teaching or any ways of earning and learning online, please do give the subscribe button a little boop while I talk you through how not to get your online business off the ground. Sin number 1, thou shalt not quit one's day job in haste. If you have the financial luxury to do this, of course, go straight ahead, knock yourself out. But be aware that it does take a while to establish a list of reliable, regular clients. However long you think it will take to start earning consistent income, maybe double that, and that's how much income you need to have already saved so that you don't have to worry and so you can put your all into it. If you simply do not have those savings and you're not in a job where you're earning enough money to put chunks of money back every month, it doesn't mean you can't start already, but it does take commitment. If I were to start again after doing my TEFL training, I think I would have gone back to office temping to gain a more regular income and then teach on Cambly on the evenings and Dada at the weekend. It does mean you'll have to sacrifice a lot of your free time to get started, but that way, if I was earning online on top of a day job wage, I would reinvest that money that I'm earning online in educating myself on how to divest my money that I'm earning for myself, not for the man, and reinvest that money into getting better equipment. And then when you have built good relationships and you've built a good score, if you're using a platform like Cambly or Dada, then it's easier when you do make the jump because you've already got a good reputation, so you're more likely to attract more clients. Temping is a really good option if you feel like you have to leave the job that you're doing now. If you could do that same job or similar in a temping capacity, you don't have to lie, you don't have to pretend to people that you're climbing the career path. You can be open and honest that you're just there for that job contract to do the job, but you've got this going on the side and you won't be there forever. Deadly sin number 2, thou shalt not put all one's eggs in one basket. In other words, don't rely on one source of income, even from the start. When I started online teaching, I had 2 streams of income. I taught children on Dada, which was less flexible but paid a higher salary, and I taught adults on Cambly, which was very flexible for a lower salary. In hindsight, I wish I'd have diversified even further, because working with different companies gives me more material to create helpful videos for online teachers, and the rules of these kind of companies change all the time. Their policies and their strategies change all the time, so to have maybe 3 as a source of income, you always have a fallback if one of them changes their business plan in a way that really doesn't suit you. Sin number 3, thou shalt not be afraid. Don't be afraid to go it alone. I've seen a few comments on some of my videos about this where I've talked about working for Cambly, and I'm honest that they don't pay the best, but the flexibility is good. And some people have said, why wouldn't you just teach yourself? Well, I agree. It's great to set up your own teaching business and it would be great to go it alone, but when the time is right, I do think it's helpful to teach with a company. This can be applied to other jobs like writing as well. I'm currently writing SEO content for a company, but maybe I will one day go freelance. But when you work as a contractor for a company, yes, they take a cut, but when you've got no experience, it's a good way to get started. And remember that going it alone means you'll have to do a hell of a lot of marketing in order for people to know that you exist out there, to know that you are someone they can go to for the service you're providing. So yes, don't be afraid to go it alone, but there's no shame in going to work for a company initially to get your experience and understand the way the market works. If I were to do it again, I would still start with Dada and Cambly, but I worked with them for 2 years. And if I were to do that now, I wouldn't stay as long as 2 years. I'd maybe do a year and then really push my own services to gain my own clients. Sin number 4, thou shalt not eschew content creation. In other words, don't ignore the possibility that you can earn money by creating content about what you provide as a service. It makes sense to try and supplement your videos by creating how-to videos like this, because if you monetize them, you're then earning passive income alongside the service that you're providing. There are only so many hours in the day after all, so if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, earning money from the service that you provide will have a ceiling. There's only so much you can charge people, and there are only so many hours in the day, so there are only so many clients you can take on. Boosting your income with passive income is a great way to create holiday pay for yourself or sick pay for yourself, to know that income is still coming in even on days where you cannot provide your service. I'm not going to pretend it's easy to monetize a YouTube channel these days. Anyone can set one up and lots of people try and fail. I was lucky that I fell into this by accident because I just thought it would be fun to enter a Dada competition about making videos about teaching. It gained more views than I expected, so I thought I'll make one for Cambly as well. And that one gained lots of views. I'll link it above. I didn't realise that Cambly is somewhat of a buzzword on YouTube, and lots of people search Cambly and look for tips about teaching on Cambly. So though it might not be easy, if you have a niche service that you want to provide and you have faith in yourself and you have a passion about it, who's to say that you can't make it too? I do believe in the theory of abundance and that there's enough out there for everyone. It's just unfortunate that some people have a much more difficult start in life, and it's harder for some to get where they want to be than others, but not impossible. And even if you do your market research and think, the topic I want to talk about is already talked about a lot by really successful creators, don't let that put you off, because I like watching videos about passive income, and I've watched videos from creators that have millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, 10,000s of subscribers, and 1,000 subscribers, because I'm interested in each different person's take on it. So even if I'm watching a video about a similar list of ways to make passive income, I still find it interesting. The key is just to be yourself and be original. Sin number 5, thou shalt not make a mockery of oneself. In other words, don't laugh it off, back yourself. Now, I'm all for laughing at myself as much as the next person, but these days people throw away the term, don't take yourself too seriously. A little too much, I think, because when it comes to your career dreams, you should take them seriously. So when I first started making YouTube videos and realising that I really liked it and wanting to do more of a thing, if I told friends or family what I was doing, I would shrug it off and be like, oh, I'm just doing this silly little video thing, like it's no big deal. If I had a plan to film but a friend invited me to do something, I would think, oh yeah, I can film anytime, don't take it too seriously. But that was a fatal error, because I should have taken it seriously earlier on and been more consistent with creating content, because now I am making a teeny bit of money from it. I think, wow, I could be making more if I'd have been more consistent from the start. Some of your tech-phobic friends and family might think you're just messing about with the camera, but if we live in a world where teenagers are making money online, sharing the makeup tips that they do after school, why the hell can't you, an adult with a passion and skill for something, make money online too? And I know I'm talking about you, because if I wasn't, you'd have stopped watching this video ages ago if I was wrong. Sin number 6. Thou shalt not be complacent. I was guilty of this for a long time, and I blame it on our good old friend imposter syndrome. So this is about making money online for passive income and again for gaining your own clients. I didn't feel like I had the confidence to put myself out there and approach people who might benefit from my services, and I also didn't have the confidence to approach brands because I thought my following was too small. When the truth is, I started working with International Open Academy when I barely had 1,000 followers. They approached me. So even when you get started, don't be afraid to put a bit of a media pack together and strike out to brands that you think might either sponsor you or you could be an affiliate of, meaning you gain a small commission every time you direct someone to their service. Sure, there are big sponsors out there that will only want the creators with big platforms, but do research the market in which you are in, because there will be smaller companies out there looking to grow their brand as you're growing your brand. And at the end of the day, what's the worst they can say? No, we're not doing that. Or no, approach us when you have this amount of following. And finally, sin number 7, thou shalt not stop. Be consistent. So again, I told you I didn't take it too seriously in the beginning, so I wasn't making videos every week, but also I burnt out because I tried too many things at the same time. I was doing a master's and I don't regret stopping doing videos to focus on that. But what I wish I had done was, instead of trying to put lots of content out every week, be a realist, not an optimist in how much time you can commit to creating content and marketing your online service. This was a sin I fell into the trap of because I am an optimist. I thought I could do everything and I quickly burnt out, and I don't regret focusing on my masters, but what I wish I had done was not post a video every single week for a month when I felt really creative and had lots of ideas. I wish I'd saved them and scheduled them to at least do a video once a month or a video every fortnight. Whatever you can fit in that you know you can keep to a schedule consistently, it's better to start like that, because then if it does start to take off and make money and you can step back from earning money in other ways, then you will have the time to focus and then commit to increasing your schedule. A way to help do this is time blocking. I'm a big fan of time blocking, but I found out the hard way that an important element of time blocking is keeping those white spaces in your calendar, because you are bound to run over with certain projects and need to eat into that. I just filled my calendar chock-a-block and soon fell behind on certain things. With no hours left to eat into, you're setting yourself up to fail. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please do give the like button a little bump and give the subscribe button a little boop too if you want more videos about making money online and teaching online. Next time, probably in a fortnight's time, I will be talking about the question, is it too late to start teaching online? Is the market saturated? If you're new here and this video did pique your interest about teaching online, you might find this video, The Ugly Truth About Teaching on Cambly, useful too. See you next time.